Greetings, everyone. This is Major, and today is July 19th. And I'd just like to talk to you today about a very important issue that I see happening, and that's with the exchanges. And my personal belief is that what we think Bitcoin is, our idea of Bitcoin, the reason why I came to Bitcoin, and what Bitcoin is today. In 2011, when I first came to Bitcoin, I had an idea or an ideology of Bitcoin that was based on decentralization and private key personal ownership through private keys. So, and transparency, that everything that happened is on the blockchain. You could see it. There's no hocus pocus. There is no manipulation, or very slight. Once you're dealing with humans and human nature, there's always a chance of someone trying to game the system. But because of my background, because I came from the equities and securities world, and also then really moved to the gold and silver commodities world. And each way, I left equities because I saw it was just becoming more and more manipulated to where the average person, you and I, could not really get there was not a fair market there. So then I moved to gold and silver, looking to achieve a fair market, meaning physical gold and silver. And as you've pretty much seen, if you look at any of my previous videos in regards to gold and silver, you see I also left that market because of how the money center banks control that market. Well, here we are now in the crypto sphere. And the problem is, I'm seeing the same thing happening here. And I am sounding the alarm that we have to be very careful because, and this is really happening at the exchange level. Exchanges, put it like this: if you are on an exchange that offers margin, lending, leverage, whatever you want to call it, it's hocus pocus. It is off-chain transactions. It is a black box. You really don't know. And I look at some of these volumes on some of these exchanges, and immediately I say, this is nonsense. These volumes are unrealistic. See, when I came to Bitcoin, volume meant one Bitcoin, you saw it on the blockchain, somebody bought, somebody sold, or that Bitcoin is sitting there not moving. That transparency is what I found to be so attractive when there's no audit of gold. Where's the audit of Fort Knox? Where's the audit of any of these gold depositories that can really say, that for every contract, there's only 1 ounce of gold for every 1 ounce of gold contract? No, it doesn't exist, because they're selling these gold contracts or these options on securities over and over and over, and that there might be 10, 20 different contracts for the same asset. That's a problem. That's also happening here in Bitcoin, Ethereum, in the crypto sphere when it comes on to exchanges. 20 times leverage, 20x. So you can buy one, you deposit $1 or 1 Bitcoin, and all of a sudden 20 Bitcoins. How did that happen? Where did these 20 or 10x, 5x This is now exchanges. Basically, it's a fractional reserve system. Because here you have, that's not what I signed up for. I didn't sign up for the same kind of BS, because once you allow that, the money center banks are going to pour in. So we just went through a weekend, and you'll probably see another big swing this weekend. Why? Everyone is thinking, you look at most channels and they'll tell you it's because of the August 1st and SegWit issues, blah, blah, blah. I tend to think different. If that was the case, okay, we're today seeing a slight uptick. If that was truly the case, you would see more, negative pressure selling the closer. Why are we seeing a swing in the middle of July 14th, 15th? Why? Because I believe you're seeing exchanges, money centers, professional big traders. A viewer commented and reminded me, because I remember when the CFTC first, talked about the options exchange for Bitcoin. But now it's actually been done. So but they're not trading Bitcoin. They've created products. And this is the same thing. They've created these synthetic products that mimic Bitcoin, but it impacts the price. So now the exchanges are doing the same thing. They are creating these products that, and supposedly it all works out in the end. No, this only works out for exchanges because it increases transaction volume. Exchanges make money based on buying and selling. Every time you buy, every time you sell, whether it can be as a penny, 1%, 0.01%, it doesn't matter. As long as there's a fee, every time you do a transaction, whenever you see these high volumes, that means that exchange is making more and more money. So it's to their benefit to offer you 10x, 20x, 50x, meaning leverage. Because now the more so-called value or money you think you have, the more you will trade. That's not good for the average Bitcoin holder. This is a way for them to manipulate prices, and you that are sitting there just holding your Bitcoin, holding your Ethereum, holding your Dash, are being impacted. How are you being impacted? Let me give you an example. Let's say you have 10 Bitcoins. This example is really to show you not to think in terms of fiat dollars. You need to think in terms of coins. Here's why. When all this volume is happening and price swings are happening, you come and you say you have 10 Bitcoins and each Bitcoin is worth, let's say, $1. So you have a value of $10. But then you see the price start swinging wild and crazy and it crashes 30%. So you say, oh man, I gotta sell. So now you sold. Now you went down 30%. Now it's $7. Now you only have $7. 7 Bitcoins. Right? Okay. Well, what happened now? You now say, Oh, the price went back up. So you're still thinking about in dollar terms. So as long as you see that you still have a value of $10, even though you're losing coins, you think I'm still good because I haven't lost any money. But this is what I say. These forces of leverage are converging on us to steal our coins. Little by little, every little sell that you make, your coins are being taken because of these swings. That's why I keep saying to you, hold steady, because what they're trying to do is consolidate all of these coins, because once they buy them, they're not selling them again. They might pump out a bit, but they don't even have to, because they don't have to sell them, because what they're doing is using the leverage of the exchanges to falsify and manipulate the volume to then come back in and scoop up coins. This is what I left in the stock market. This is what I left in the gold and silver market. And here we have it again. And I guarantee you, if we don't really hold fast to, Ether Delta is an exchange that's everything is on chain. Hold fast to exchanges that are dealing with on-chain transactions. These off-chain exchanges are very dangerous. Let me know what you think. If you agree, disagree, or have some ideas. And also, if you know about more on-chain exchanges that don't offer margin, don't engage in all of this leverage, let's share so I can come back and tell more people about more truly decentralized, because don't get fooled and think that all decentralized exchanges are margin free, because that's not true. So let's look into this and let's really support exchanges that don't engage in all this margin and high leverage, because we need to go back to what the original idea and ideology of Bitcoin and why we all came here. We came here to get away from the nonsense of the manipulated stock markets, of the manipulated gold and silver markets. If you're just here to see price go up, well, stay in the equities exchange. The price has been going up. I'm not here for price. I'm here for value. I don't see any value in these high inflated prices in the stock market, and where the level of manipulation where tomorrow I could just wake up and it's all gone because someone else is dictating. A centralized body is dictating what the price and value is. I want a free market. Now, if we are here and we all together say we all want to sell Bitcoin and it's all happening on chain, and we can say, hey, the world has decided to dump Bitcoins. 16 plus million holders coins have been dumped. That's fair. But when someone has a 30x leverage or 20x or 10x leverage and is impacting they didn't have a million coins. They had 100,000 coins, but now they have the power of 1 million coins, or only having 50,000 coins and having the power of 1 million coins. That's not good. So once again, let me know your thoughts. And until next time, cheers.